Okay, so picture this. A rapper wins like two of the biggest music awards in his country. But get this, he's in prison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Yasin's story, and it's a wild one.
It's crazy. So for anyone who doesn't really follow Swedish hip-hop, we're diving into Yasin Abdullah Mahmoud today. But he goes by Yasin Bin, or even Yasin the Don.
Right.
And his story goes from like recording in the suburbs of Stockholm to the top of the charts. But
Yeah, not a straight line to get there.
no, not at all.
Nope. So to really get him, you got to understand Rinkeby,
Okay.
Bin, that's what everyone calls it. And it's been in the news. It's got its struggles.
So not your like typical glamorous rapper origin story, huh?
Yeah, not exactly. And his music, especially early stuff with, what were those groups again?
Oh yeah, he was with Bin Block Entertainment and then Ghetto Superstars.
There you go. And you can hear that in the music. Like, it's raw. It's real.
Yeah.
It's the voice of a community that doesn't always get heard in Sweden.
Yeah, totally. Like he's speaking for people who are often overlooked. But then bam, prison in 2018. You'd think that'd be it for his career.
You would. For a lot of artists, that'd be the end.
Right.
But for Yasin, it's weird. It was like a turning point.
Really?
He was already making music, but being inside, even doing that interview from prison with Swedish radio P3 Soul,
Oh, wow.
it added something to his music,
Yeah.
like this depth.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So talk about a comeback story. Gets out in 2019, drops. DSGIS debt some gumsy snow.
What's hidden in the
Yeah.
snow, yeah,
What's hidden in the snow? I mean, that title alone just grabs you.
for sure. And that got attention. But it was the next one, XO, with Dre Low, that really blew things up.
Didn't that one hit #1 on Spotify here?
First week, yep, Yasin was the name everyone was talking about.
And he just kept going from there. His first EP, Hand and Under Mona Lisa's Scale, PTI.
The hand under Mona Lisa's skirt.
I mean, come on, what a title.
Bold.
And then, in May 2020, his debut album, 98.01.11. That's his birthday, right?
It is. And that album, #1 for a month straight.
Wow. Okay, so you've got this crazy talented guy. He's overcome so much. He's topping the charts. You'd think it'd be smooth sailing, but
Life is never that simple, is it?
it's like this weird contrast, right? He's got all this success, but then there's this, like, this other side.
The legal stuff.
Ex-
And it doesn't just go away, Like New Year's Eve 2019, right when things are going crazy. Good for him.
Yeah.
He gets arrested, murder suspicion.
Whoa, seriously.
Yeah, talk about pressure.
Oh, man, trying to rebuild your life, and then that happens. But they did release him eventually.
Not enough evidence, yeah.
Okay.
But still, that kind of stuff sticks with you,
Yeah.
Makes you think about how we treat people who've done their time.
Especially when they're in the public eye like that.
It's like they can never escape it.
Yeah. And then it happens again in December 2020. This time it's the Einar case, the kidnapping thing. That was huge.
Yeah, that one blew up, brought up a lot of the same questions about Yasin, his music. Can you really separate the two?
Yeah. That's the big question, isn't it? But hold on, before we get into all that, let's rewind to that first prison sentence.
The 2018 one.
Right. What happened there?
So, weapons charge,
Yeah.
serious one, ends up in high security.
Intense. But he did that interview from prison, right? With P3 Soul.
He did, and that's interesting looking back, isn't it?
Because later they give him the awards.
Exactly. But even back then, P3 Soul, they were a big deal.
Right. They're the ones who gave him those awards.
Yep. And they focus on, like, soul, hip-hop, R&B. So for them to interview him, even in prison, that says something.
Yeah, like they saw something in him, even then.
Maybe, but then, boom, those two arrests right after he gets out.
The murder suspicion and the Einar thing.
Exactly. He's trying to move on, says he's left that life behind in an interview.
Which he did say, yeah.
But then a month later, bam, right
Yeah.
back in it. Makes you wonder,
Yeah, how much of a chance do people really get? It's like one step forward, two steps back.
And every mistake is amplified when you're Yasin. All over the news.
So true. So what happens with the Einar case?
July 2021, he's sentenced 10 months preparation for kidnapping.
10 months. What?
He only served 5, though. Got out December 2021.
Okay, so now it's 2021. Things are about to get even more complicated.
Way more complicated.
This is where those awards come in, right?
P3 Gold, yeah, buckle up.
So P3 Gold, like, what is that for people who don't know?
Big awards here in Sweden.
Okay.
Like, if the Grammys were just for music on Sveriges Radio P3.
Right, which is a huge station.
Exactly. So winning one of these, it's a statement.
And they gave him 2 in the same year while he was still locked up.
Artist of the Year, Hip Hop R&B of the Year, the whole 9 yards.
I mean, come on. They knew about his past, right?
Yeah.
It's not like it was a secret.
Oh, they knew. And that's what made it such a big deal.
So what? Everyone just, like, shrugged and said, okay, cool.
Oh no, it blew up. Politicians were fuming, articles everywhere, social media was a war zone.
What were people
It
saying?
was divided, like really divided. Some were like, this is wrong. You can't separate the art from the guy. This is basically saying what he did is okay.
Yeah, like it sends a bad message.
Especially to young people. That was a big part of it.
I can see that for sure. What about the other side? What were they saying?
They were all about second chances,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, he messed up, but look at his talent. Look at him trying to change. Punishing him, they said, that just holds everyone back.
Wow. So it became this whole debate about, like, more than just music.
Totally. It was about crime and punishment, redemption, what art's supposed to be, all of it.
And Swedish radio, they were stuck in the middle.
They started it, giving him the awards.
True. So what'd they do? Take him back.
Nope. They doubled down, put out a whole statement. We judge the music, not the person, that kind of thing.
Bold move.
Right. They were like, we don't censor art based on someone's life story.
I mean, I get that in theory, but with all that pressure.
And here's the thing. Even though they said all that, they quietly started playing his music less.
No way, seriously. So it's like they talk the talk, but
But the walk was a little different. Just to show there's no easy answer here.
no kidding. So what happens to Yasin after all that? He kind of just, like, fades away.
Are you kidding? This is
Is it?
Yasin. He turns it into fuel. New album, 2023. Pistoler, Poesie aux Sex, Pistols, Poetry, and Sex. #1, baby. Top of the charts again.
You still love him?
Love the music, and, word is he's living abroad now, wife, daughter, whole new life.
Wow, what a story, man. Makes you think, right? Can you really separate the art and the artist? Where's the line? I don't have the answers, but Yasin definitely makes you think about it.